Good afternoon, traders. This stock market update is for September the 23rd, 2010. Market slide for the third session in a row, finishing in the negative. Dow Jones finished down 76 points. S&P 500 finished down 9.5 points. The Nasdaq finished down 7.5 points, and the Euro US dollar finished down 0.4%. S&P 500 led the decline today. Some headlines that I wanted to note today that moved the market. Tech stocks show strength, but financials falter. Amazon, Red Hat, and Apple being amongst the three that led the session today. Weekly jobless claims rise from 12,000 to 465,000. That's just more evidence that the economy isn't improving. Home sales up 7.6% in August. Now this is interesting because this right here led the market up this morning, but then the bears took control. And the IYR finished down 3% today. So that's definitely something you want to observe. Now notable upgrades and downgrades that I wanted to point out. Start off with Red Hat. Red Hat got two upgrades today. One of them being from Barclays from 33 to 36, and that's after reporting earnings yesterday that beat. Altria, symbol MO, which is a tobacco company, got an upgrade from Barclays, which is a big analyst bank, 54 to 59. Now, Altria is trading at $23 a share right now. So that tells you that the tobacco sector is on fire. And I think I'm going to have to get a piece of it sooner or later once it gets to an attractive number that I wish to buy it at. Bed Bath & Beyond, symbol BBBY, got a upgrade from 46 to 47. And it actually got two upgrades today. I only listed one. JA Solar, symbol JASO, got an upgrade from 6 to 8. And I wanted to let you guys know that a lot of institutions own this stock. And word on the street is more institutions are buying into this stock. Apple got an upgrade from 325 to 375. Now this is the second upgrade it got this week to 375. Apple hit a high of 292 today, not far from the 300 psychological level that everyone's pointing towards. With the iPad sales improving, this stock only has up to go. And I really want to buy it, but I'm not going to buy the top. Energizer, symbol ENR, got an upgrade from 72 to 77. And Akamai, AKAM, got an upgrade from 47 to 58. Akamai has been the talk on Wall Street over the past 2 months, being that it went up 17 points in such a short amount of time. Earnings calendar for tomorrow. KBH, KB Homes. Now Lennar beat on Monday, and tomorrow we have new home sales at 10 o'clock in the morning. 8:30 in the morning we have durable orders and durable orders X transportation, which I didn't list. So I think this will reflect on KB Homes tomorrow, this new home sales. So the home builders will be in play tomorrow, I can assure you that. Gonna come over here, show you the sectors, how they finished up today. Once again, financials led the decline for the second session in a row. Conglomerates finished second and industrial goods finished third. The best performers today actually finished in the negative, but technology led the race. Basic materials finished second, and healthcare finished third. Now, what I wanted to show you is I'll actually do a video later on pointing out the ETFs, but I think basic materials could have a leg up here pretty soon, and utilities need to start playing catch up too, but the chart doesn't look very attractive right now. I'm looking at a daily chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average right now, and that's how I'm going to start this video off. I want to look at the three daily charts, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the SPX, just to show you what I'm looking at. So today we got to close at 10,662, 0.7%. And interesting thing to note is we got to close below the August high, and we tested the 10-day moving average, but we're still above this downtrend dating all the way back from the April high, and we're still above the 200. So personally, I think that this decline today wasn't heavy selling, and I think it's actually healthy for the people that are optimistic that the market's going to go higher. So the market actually went up this morning and then it sold off, being that disappointing August PMI data from both Germany and the broader Eurozone drove selling in Europe this morning. A contraction in Ireland's GDP only exacerbated the negative tone of early trade. So that tells you that things really need to improve in the EU for our economy to stay strong. All this defaulting with Greece and everything, it was on hold for a little bit, but I think it's going to start coming back in the news during this next week or two. Alright, we're looking at the S&P right here, and we got to close at 1124 today. That's also below our August high. We actually closed below our 10-day moving average, and we're still above our 200. The 200 moving average is right at this 1116 level, so we're going to be watching that to come into play. And I'll switch to the 1 hour chart for our levels for tomorrow. I'm just showing you the daily chart right now. If we did slip down, I think that this 1100 is going to be a key level if the buyers want to step in. Short term, it looks like we're slightly bearish, especially if we hold below the August high, but it's always healthy to get a little congestion to get a higher move up. Now, every time we've approached this 200 moving average, the last 1, 2, 3, 4 times, we actually have got declines after that. This time may be different. This time could be the time that runs us back up to the April high, which was at 1219. That's from an optimistic standpoint. If you want to be pessimistic, you could call for a third wave that leads us all the way down to retest this 1010. I'm not saying that's out of the picture. What I'm saying right now is I'm going to show you both sides. That's what I do in my video. Looking at the NASDAQ, got to close at 2327 today, and that actually was above our August high, and we also tested the 10-day moving average, which we held above. So the NASDAQ's still looking slightly bullish, and remember that the technology sector was one of the sectors that let us down last times because of all the indexes and the chip stocks and everything that was very bearish actually improved drastically. On a 1 hour time frame, looking at the NASDAQ, what I need to point out is I think that the August highs are definitely in the cards for us if we hold below this 2336 level tomorrow. And then we'll have our 2299 level followed by our 2279 level. For a bullish standpoint, let's get a move back up above 2336 and try to retest this 2356 level. It would be very good if we could get a close above this level tomorrow. I'm just not quite sure that's going to happen. If we slip lower, this 50 is actually going to roll over and turn red, which is another bearish formality. SPX came down and it tested our pivot level 3 times today, and we got to close right above it. 1123.48 is the secret number that I wish to point out. So tomorrow, for a bullish scenario, let's hold this 1123.48 as support, come back up. We'll use R1 as 1129.24, the August high. We'll use R2 as 1133.58, and R3 is 1141. Now, from a bullish standpoint, we'll sell here, we'll come up, retest 1123, and have a move down to 1115.49, and then 1110.27, which was the high dating back from 2.5 weeks ago. 1123, we have to hold this level. This is our main level. This is the line we draw in the sand to get a move in either direction. And as for the Dow Jones, for a bullish case scenario, We need to get above this 10,685. We need to hold. We need to come back and get a close above August high at 10,719. That would be a bullish case scenario, and then we'll look for 10,763. For a bearish case scenario, we will hold under this 10,685 level, come back down and test this 10,572 level, which is also a declining trend line that we've had over the past month. And then our next line will be 10,510 that we approach if we break below this. So I'm telling you right now that if we do sell off, this is going to be a very significant level that you need to watch tomorrow. Make sure you mark this on your charts. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, I told you exactly what was going to happen with the dollar index. I told you that if the market went up today, we'd have to start looking at these two support levels, but the market didn't go up today, and we held support at this 79.93. As you can see, we bounced right off of it, and now we came up and we got a close at 80.33, which is right above this 50 period moving average. Now the dollar futures could end up going back up to 80.79 if the market goes down. And if we get a close up tomorrow above the previous high that we made today, which was at 80.39, this 50 period moving average is going to curve right around, turn up, and then that will be bullish, short-term bullish for the dollar futures. Crude oil actually got some bullish information when the number came out this morning. There was a slight build up, and we got to close at 74.92. However, that 74.92 is below the 75.13 main key level that I told you we needed to hold to remain bullish. We have this short-term downtrend going on right here that we're still under, but we hit 75.64 today. If you guys trade crude, watch these levels. I promise you, you will make a ton of money off of them. I know I do. 73.25 will be the level that we're looking for if we hold under 75.13. For a bullish case scenario, we have to get a close above 75.64. In yesterday's video, I pointed out this 1747 level in the VIX. This morning, we actually had a divergence in the VIX because the VIX was up at the same time the market was up. And another thing to point out, 2 days ago, the VIX volume was a quarter, 25% more than the regular volume. So people on the street were massively buying this VIX 2 days ago, and the buying continued today because we crossed over yesterday's highs and we put in a new high at 1772. For a bullish case scenario, let's hold above this 1747 and start looking to bust out of this 1784 level, and then we'll turn bullish on the VIX, and our long-term target's 1851. For a bearish case scenario, we come back down. You already know this 50 that turned up. I showed you if we got a higher close today that the 50 was going to turn up. I pointed this out in my video. You can review it. 1680s S1 and 1643 remains S2. Looking at the Riffin index right now, I said if we got a close be under 776.52, the sellers would come back in, and as you can see, we turned down with the 50 period moving average. Definitely bearish, and we held above our 761.25 support. Actually, we got to close below that today. So tomorrow, if we stay bearish, let's look for 753, then 743.49, which is the major level to come into play. If we get above 761.25, then look for a bounce in the financials up to 769.32. So now that we have some volatility in the financial sector, you guys could have some of the banks on your radar for tomorrow and watch them, because I guarantee you could get a nice swing out of them. And the last thing I'm going to go over today is the stocks in this video. We came down, we went over Tuesday's high, and then we put in a new high of 338.43, which is slightly bullish. We got above the 330 pivot level. We had nice buying today, and we got to close slightly under the 50, but if we remain above 330.23, 340 will come into play.